Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel, I hope you're all doing well. Yes, I know, I'm a bit late today, it's Sunday for you, but it's also Sunday for me. And on top of that, it will be a short video. Why? Because Formula 1 is about to start and I don't want to miss it. Anyway, I wanted to do a big update on today's video. Why? Because I hear a lot of people saying, Beppe, you're praising Giuntoli, you're praising Juventus, but until today we didn't see anything. Don't forget, we are the 23rd of June and Juventus Football Club and Cristiano Giuntoli already done a lot of things and it's not over. And it is not over. Douglas Luiz, etc, all of that in today's video, so don't forget to put a maximum of like. Continue to subscribe to the channel. Are you ready? I am ready. Oh, you saw it, eh? Little change of background. Why? Because today is the birthday of Zizou, Zinedine Zidane. Fantastic, beautiful shirt. By the way, I made a short that you can find on Instagram and also in the short tab here on YouTube, where you can vote which one you prefer between the away and the home shirt. Let me know what you think about it, because now we start with, I will not edit that video, but if you go on Instagram, you can see Alicia Lehmann, the first picture probably in bianconero from the couple, from Alicia Lehmann that will be a Juventus women player, and Douglas Luiz that will be a first team Juventus men player. And I can't wait. Yesterday we received already the here we go from Fabrizio Romano, the done deal from Romeo Agresti. We are just missing one thing. The most important, of course, is the one of Juventus Football Club. Beautiful. Of course, the details, what are there? I don't know. There are so many blah blah. The most accurate one, or the most towards the reality, is that the player is not anymore worth 60 or 70 million like we were speaking about a few days ago, but a value of 50 million euro for Douglas Luiz, while in that package we are putting two players, Barrenechea instead of Weston McKennie and Ealing Jr. for a total of 22 million euro value. These two players, you can tell Beppe, you can argue it's quite low. Don't forget that the total amount of Douglas Luiz is already a bit lower, that's first, and then we'll have 10% of the resale of one and the other, and then we pay the rest in cash, 28 million euro, to arrive at a package of 50 million euro. Am I happy? Yes, I am, because it was a first choice of Juventus Football Club, because if we are looking at our team, we need a lot of reinforcements on the wings, on the fullbacks, in the middle of the field, in wherever we are needing really strong players, and Douglas Luiz is a strong player. I tell you, when they heard 50 million euro, Aston Villa fans, they are crying. They are absolutely not happy. I'm extremely happy about Douglas Luiz to Juventus, because strong player, one. Secondly, it's a player that Thiago Motta wanted, and three, because it was a first target of Cristiano Giuntoli. Speaking about first target, that's a real important one. Well, Cristiano Giuntoli, if we are looking towards what is happening around, well, he's going for his first choice targets and he's able to close them. You will tell me, Beppe, there is only Douglas Luiz. No, it's not true. Thiago Motta, and by consequence also Max Allegri out of Juventus, is already the first choice of Giuntoli was to stop the collaboration with Max Allegri, and it stopped. Then to go for his preferred coach, Thiago Motta, that he kind of already secured the deal in February 2024. Was not official, of course, it was not announced, of course, but we were already reading the first rumors back then, and that's already two. Don't forget, now Douglas Luiz, Thiago Motta, Giuseppe Pompilio from Napoli. He waited for him 1 year long, and now in a few days also Stefano Stefanelli will be announced for the chief scout plus extra task for the first team, and we are going towards all of them first choice targets. On top of that, he's able to close some deals like Caio Jorge back in Brazil, Felix Correa, that we didn't speak a lot about, but 1.5 million with a percentage for the resale potentially of the player that would never be a first team player of Juventus, unfortunately. The first players, you remember when we created that next gen, etc., that could be one of the potential player. I remember that back then we were even speaking about the new Cristiano Ronaldo. Probably we were exaggerating a bit. Nobody else than Juventus Football Club, they know the real worth of the players, if they need to continue with them or not. He failed at Parma. Now he's doing quite well with Portugal, so the player is gone. Not only that, stopping the contract of Alexandro. You will tell me, Beppe, it's a consequence because the contract was stopping. It's true. He could potentially also renew him, which he didn't do, and that's already a good news because we are saving a lot of salary on that. Barrenechea, Ealing Jr. will tell me, Beppe, next gen player, we are losing them. All of them we worked so hard to have. Yeah, probably, but they were not first choice players, and they are gone. Of course, Barrenechea would have loved to test him. It is what it is. It is what it is. Do I forget something? Di Gregorio Szczesny. Di Gregorio Szczesny is not official. By the way, this week could be the week of Szczesny closing the deal in Saudi Arabia so that we can open the door for going for official news for Di Gregorio, even if I believe that we'll have to wait until the 1st of July there, somewhere there, but also there. All these things that I'm telling you are all official things. And I'm reading my paper, otherwise I will forget, because he did already a lot of things. Just to tell you that he's doing a lot of things. Then we continue with his first targets that are not closed yet. Maybe they will never, but at least he's trying to. Khephren Thuram, Calafiori, Cope Manners, and then a right wing that some people are saying, like Gazzetta dello Sport, it will be Greenwood. Other people are saying it will be Sancho. Then we are hearing about Adeyemi. Pay attention for Soulé, because we have news about Soulé. We have all these players in target of Giuntoli. What are we learning from all that situation? The first thing I already spoiled you, that Cristiano Giuntoli, he already made a list with a lot of players, like I'm always doing, you know, list of players, blah, blah. And he's going for his first targets. Targets A, or number one targets, like a Douglas Luiz, like a Thiago Motta. He's going and he's able at the moment to secure them. 1. 2, that is trying to satisfy Thiago Motta. Di Gregorio is really to satisfy another type of goalkeeper for Thiago Motta, but on the other side also thinking about the budget, thinking about staying sustainable, because if you change Di Gregorio, better with his feet than Szczesny, better for Thiago Motta, yes, but you're saving so much salary, which is better for the cash, for the liquidity, for the finances of Juventus. And then there is that news of Matias Soulé, that it's another one that probably today we have more chances for him to stay, or at least to be there on the 10th of July when we will start the training sessions again, than it was yesterday and the day before, where Matias Soulé was one of the first one that we would think that would leave Juventus to cash in a lot. Third thing, well, he's showing big in and out negotiation skills. In for the player, because that's the money that he wants to spend, and he doesn't want to go over. It's not like Calafiori, we want to spend 25. Bologna is coming with 40, we're giving them 40. No, he's keeping, he's trying to find alternative, creative solutions. Out Mercato, this is the price for a player. Aston Villa, they wanted Soulé, 40 million. That's what we want to at least sit at the table, around the table. And this is great. And this is already a lot, according to me. Guys, then I don't know what you think about it, but according to me, Giuntoli is doing extremely well. So to give you a few news about Khephren Thuram, is it possible, yes or no? Well, there are possibilities. And one of the creative solutions are to even put Milik, because Nice, the club of Khephren Thuram, is also interested in Arkadiusz Milik, that already played in Ligue 1 with Marseille. So they have good memories of him, especially because he's south of France, so they were able back then to study him. And that's also another creative solution. The price is not that high for Khephren Thuram, between the 15, maximum 20 million euro, even without Milik. Well, Giuntoli is convinced that he can go for the French player, son of Lilian Thuram. And that can be already a second name to reinforce that midfield of Juventus. Then you will tell me, but it's too much. You're telling me Cope Manners, Thuram, all of them together with right back, with an offensive winger. Beppe, where is that money coming from? Well, the money is coming also from players that we will sell, because a lot of players are on the exit mercato, like Weston McKennie, but also like Federico Chiesa. Federico Chiesa is again on all the papers today more out of Juve than in. A name that was out and that could possibly be in is the one of Matias Soulé, because Thiago Motta, he asked, okay, Barrenechea, I wanted to test him. I understand the situation, we had to lose him, but at least let me test Matias Soulé. Instead of going today for other names, like Gazzetta dello Sport is saying Chiesa for Greenwood, they are continuing to insist. I always told you, or at least the last few weeks I told you, I think it's over. Why? Because Giuntoli wants Greenwood. He's saying, you know, I'm thinking about the sporting part, and I think that this player can elevate the sporting results of 24-25. He can be ideal for Thiago Motta. On the other side, you have the ownership, you have Juventus management. They're saying, yes, okay, it's true, but we need to check also the other side of the player, the private side of the player, what happened in the past, that we just can't close our eyes on it. So it's a big debate on that, and that's why Soulé today could be there on the 10th of July to be potentially the player that can reinforce that right wing with inverted foot. Could be a great idea. Imagine Yildiz, next-gen project on the left. Soulé, next-gen project on the right. And on top of that, Dusan Vlahovic. Could be really a beautiful trio with, of course, adding some players, because these three will not be enough if we are counting to play between the 50 and 69 games next season. But Matias Soulé is increasing, which according to me is a really beautiful one. Because I would be sad if we just sell him. Does that mean that he will stay? No, because we know that Juventus will try with Huijsen, with Chiesa, with X, with Y, with Z to cash in a lot of money. If they are not able at a certain moment, they will need to give up on the dream to not sell Soulé, and then they will need to sell him, especially if an offer of 40-45 million euro arrives for the Argentinian player. Do I have something more? Yeah, Ademi is still a name that is still there. Even Fabrizio Romano spoke about him yesterday. Guys, this was it for the mega news. Let me know now on the 23rd of June if you believe that Giuntoli is already doing something, if we can already be satisfied, taking into account that the official transfer market in Italy, they start on the 1st of July, or you were already expecting a bit more from Giuntoli. Let me know, because now the video is over. Grazie, forza, Juve. Ciao ragazzi!